There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z.
Go back to that 50 Cent post, because I'm going to tell you why 50 is literally is a diabolical genius.
Aaron Carter's passing seemed, at first, like another tragic tale of a star lost too soon. A young man, once a household name, found in his home under circumstances that initially appeared to be a heartbreaking accident. But as the dust began to settle, unsettling details emerged. Details that didn't fit the simple narrative of personal struggles spiraling out of control. And now, whispers are growing louder, suggesting the possibility that his untimely end might not have been as straightforward as it seemed. What if his story connects to something much darker? What if Aaron Carter's final days weren't just a personal tragedy, but part a larger, more sinister web involving some of the most powerful names in the entertainment industry?
Where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
Let's rewind to the morning of November 5, 2022. Aaron was found in the bathtub of his California home. At first, the cause of his passing seemed relatively clear to authorities. A tragic accident, perhaps tied to his well-documented struggles. But here's where things get strange. 5 months later, the official report concluded his passing was due to drowning after inhaling a substance found in certain household cleaning products. To be incapacitated in such a way, it's heartbreaking, but that wasn't all. Details started trickling out that made people stop and think, hold on, is there more to this? First, consider this. Aaron had been vocal about feeling unsafe in the weeks leading up to his passing. He posted videos mid-comments and even reached out to people. Just days before, he tweeted at ya, of all people, saying, "Yo, West, let's talk, man to man." What was he planning to share, and why ye? What did Aaron know that made him feel the need to reach out to someone like West, who at the time was embroiled in his own controversies and feuds with industry giants?
You're 29, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so this started when you were 7, because one of the things that I've noticed with you, and God bless you, because the stress you're under.
Now Wes's name adds another layer to this tangled web. Around the same time, he was publicly clashing with his trainer, a man named Harley Pasternak. You made explosive claims saying Pasternak had threatened to have him institutionalized and medicated if he didn't comply with certain demands. Pasternak, by the way, isn't just your average trainer. He has a background working with the Canadian Defense Agency on, you won't believe this, psychological operations. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. And then there's West's alleged feud with Diddy, who was reportedly texting him nonstop during this period, pushing for an in-person meeting. West refused, saying he wasn't afraid and wouldn't be controlled. Could these seemingly unrelated events all be connected?
Just different things that's not really beef though. That's just competitive. Energy,
Competitiveness.
All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him
okay,
like that.
damn.
Here's where things get even more chilling. Aaron Carter had been open about facing threats in his life. In one of his final videos, he mentioned feeling unsafe in his own home. And then there's the behavior of the housekeeper who discovered him. According to neighbors, she refused to let them into the house when they arrived after hearing the news. Mind you, one of these neighbors was a trained medical professional with equipment that could have helped in an emergency. Why would she lock the door and keep them out? And why, minutes later, did she try to prevent law enforcement from entering the scene? It's bizarre, to say the least, and it raises serious questions about what really happened in those critical moments.
She hadn't seen him all day Friday, and then decided she always gave him coffee in the morning, made coffee for him. So she went to his door, his bedroom door, and knocked on it, and then heard the dog in an extremely agitated state inside Aaron's bedroom. And that's when she decided she would open the door, and she discovered him. But it looks, Brad, like he had been dead for some time.
Aaron's mother, Jane Schneck, isn't convinced by the official explanation either. She's made waves by releasing photos of the bathroom where Aaron was found, saying the scene doesn't add up. She's even gone as far as accusing authorities of failing to properly investigate, blaming Aaron's history for their lack of thoroughness. Jane has claimed her son received threats and lived in fear, adding that she's been fighting for years to get someone to take these concerns seriously. And then there's the eerie timing of Aaron's passing just one day after Day's birthday. Coincidence, maybe. But in the world of conspiracy surrounding Hollywood elites, timing is everything.
And the only person that really put their hands on women really is men who have feminine traits. So, it really takes a coward to put his hands on a woman. So, a man is so strong enough, we can just walk away. You can do, it's so many different things that you can do other than get upset, put your hands on a woman. But that comes from a man who's not quite a grown man.
Rumors of a deeper connection between Aaron Carter and Diddy have begun to swirl, and they're not going away. Photos of the two together have resurfaced, reigniting speculation that Aaron might have been pulled into a dangerous world during his younger years, a world he couldn't escape. Now, let's talk about Diddy for a moment. This isn't the first time his name has been linked to unsettling allegations. Over the years, his name has popped up in connection with the mysterious passings of others, including M3rder, the mother of 3 of his children, and even Shakur. While there's no hard evidence tying him to these events, the patterns and whispers are hard to ignore.
M3rder, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children,
Right.
has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands.
Oh, no.
And this is all in a memoir.
And then there's the matter of Aaron's cryptic statements about the entertainment industry. In interviews and social media posts, he hinted at dark secrets involving powerful figures. These weren't just throwaway comments. They were cries for help. Was Aaron on the verge of exposing something? Was his tweet to West part of a larger plan to reveal the truth? Theories have begun circulating that he was silenced before he could speak out, and these theories are gaining traction.
My family knows, before I did the show, the doctors, they knew that I was taking Xanax and stuff like that, and that I was going to actually psychiatrists to do that. I know that there is no happy ending to any of those medications.
Proud of you for realizing that.
Let's not forget the broader context of Hollywood's darker side. Allegations of exploitation and manipulation have plagued the industry for decades, and Aaron wasn't the only star to hint at such things. Justin Bieber, another star who rose to fame at a young age, has also been the subject of similar whispers. Bieber's 2020 music video for Yummy has been interpreted by some as a symbolic expose of the industry's shadowy underbelly with unsettling imagery that many believe points to exploitation. Could Aaron have been preparing to share his own story, inspired by others who have tried to shed light on these issues?
It was all, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do. What do you think he's going to do if he found?
Aaron's own words paint a picture of someone who felt trapped and betrayed. He spoke about his struggles, not just with substances, but with the pressures of fame and the people around him. In one interview, he described the industry as a place where young stars are treated as commodities, used until they're no longer profitable. Was he hinting at something more sinister? Was there a specific incident or individual he wanted to call out but couldn't? The connection to Diddy becomes even more intriguing when you consider the ongoing FBI investigation into the mogul. Reports suggest they're looking into several mysterious passings linked to him, including Aaron's. While nothing has been confirmed, the timing of this investigation is raising eyebrows. Could this be the beginning of a larger reckoning for Diddy and the industry at large? And let's not forget about the role of 50 Cent in all of this. The rapper has been a vocal critic of Diddy for years, and now he's working on a documentary that promises to expose the mogul's alleged misdeeds. Could 50 Cent's project be the key to uncovering the truth about Aaron's passing? He's already teased that the documentary will include explosive new evidence, and fans are eagerly awaiting its release.
I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie.
This brings us back to the initial question. Was Aaron Carter's passing really just a tragic accident, or was it something far more sinister? The evidence, or lack thereof, leaves plenty of room for speculation. And as more details come to light, the public's demand for answers is only growing. Aaron's story isn't just about one man's struggles. It's about the dark side of fame, power, and the entertainment industry. And until we have all the answers, the mystery surrounding his passing will continue to haunt those who loved him and those who seek the truth. As we transition to the next chapter of this tangled web, we'll dive deeper into the role of 50 Cent and his upcoming documentary. Why has he taken such a vested interest in exposing Diddy? And what does he know that the rest of us don't? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.
They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down.
All right, let's get into it. If the first part of this story wasn't shocking enough, buckle up, because things are about to get even more tangled. We're diving deeper into the drama, and this time, it's about 2 key players who've been circling each other for years. Diddy and 50 Cent. Their feud isn't just a classic case of industry competition. It's personal, messy, and full of explosive accusations. And with everything happening now, including Aaron Carter's mysterious passing and Diddy's ongoing legal troubles, 50 Cent seems more determined than ever to take his longtime rival down. But why? What's fueling this decades-long battle? And what role does 50 Cent's upcoming documentary play in exposing the truth?
I came here today just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Let's start with the basics. Diddy and 50 Cent have been at odds for nearly 2 decades. Their beef has evolved from petty insults to a full-blown war of words, and it's no secret that these two don't see eye to eye. But the stakes have never been higher. Diddy is currently facing some of the most serious allegations of his career, and 50 Cent has taken it upon himself to lead the charge in calling him out. He's not just throwing shade on social media, he's producing a documentary that promises to reveal the full scope of Diddy's alleged misconduct. And if you followed 50 Cent's career, you know he doesn't hold back. When he sets his sights on someone, he goes all in. So, how did this all start? Their feud dates back to at least 2006, when 50 Cent released a track called The Bomb. In it, he hinted that Diddy might have known more than he let on about the passing of the notorious B.I.G., one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop history. The line, "Man, Puffy know who hit that dude," was enough to spark outrage and solidify the rift between them. Diddy, of course, denied the allegations, but the damage was done. From that point on, the two were on a collision course.
Named Diddy 77 times in court documents related to Tupac.
Fast forward a few years, and the tension only escalated. By 2014, the feud had taken a new turn when the two found themselves competing in the world of premium spirits. Diddy was already the face of Kyrock, a brand he'd helped turn to a household name, while 50 Cent became the spokesperson for a rival brand, Effin. What could have been a friendly competition quickly turned nasty, with 50 Cent taking every opportunity to mock Diddy's product. He once claimed Puffs isn't even spirits. It's made from grapes. That's why you've got a headache when you drink it. Petty, sure, but it was all part of the larger narrative that 50 Cent was building, that Diddy wasn't the untouchable mogul he pretended to be.
You know what I mean? Like, not in a relationship like that. Like, they've been with each other. Look, I was an opening act for the Cash Money.
But here's the thing, 50 Cent's grudge against Diddy isn't just about business. There's a deeper, more personal element to it, especially now that Diddy's name has been tied to some truly unsettling allegations. In recent years, 50 Cent has made it clear that he believes there's more to Diddy than meets the eye. He's repeatedly called him out for what he describes as weird behavior, even joking during a concert that Diddy's parties made him uncomfortable. "That's why I don't go to those puffy parties," he said. "If you're into that, cool, but it's not my vibe." On its own, it might sound like a harmless jab, but when you add it to the growing list of accusations and rumors surrounding Diddy, it starts to feel like 50 Cent has been hinting at something bigger all along.
There's nobody in control of me. Like, I do what I want to do. So, I'm deciding to f your life up.
And then there's the upcoming documentary, titled Diddy Do It, a not-so-subtle play on words. It's set to dive deep into the allegations against Diddy, including the mysterious circumstances surrounding M3rder. According to reports, the documentary will feature new evidence and interviews with people who've been close to Diddy over the years. 50 Cent has already teased that the series will give a voice to the voiceless, suggesting that he's spoken to individuals who've been afraid to come forward until now. The timing couldn't be more significant, as Diddy is currently embroiled in multiple legal battles and facing mounting public scrutiny.
Rick, bro, I'm gonna f your life up. For fun. There's a few times. This is not new. I do this.
But here's where things get really interesting. This documentary isn't just about Diddy. It's about the culture of power and control in the entertainment industry. 50 Cent has said that while Diddy's story is disturbing, it's not representative of hip-hop as a whole. Sean Combs' story is not the full story of hip-hop and its culture, he explained in a statement. We aim to ensure that individual actions do not overshadow the culture's broader contributions. In other words, 50 Cent isn't just out to take down Diddy. He's shining a light on a system that's allowed people like him to thrive unchecked for so long. Still, you have to wonder, why now? Why is 50 Cent so invested in exposing Diddy at this particular moment? Some say it's particular moment. Some say it's personal. 50 Cent has a reputation for going after his enemies with a vengeance, and Diddy has been a thorn in his side for years. Others believe it's about legacy. 50 Cent has built his career on being a truth teller, someone who isn't afraid to call out corruption and hypocrisy. By taking on Diddy, he's cementing his position as not just a rapper or entrepreneur, but as a cultural watchdog.
Don't trust nobody. In Hollywood specifically, when you get there, a lot of people don't know how to say no. That's the difference between New York City and California.
But it's not just 50 Cent who's speaking out. In recent months, other voices have joined the conversation, including people who used to be close to Diddy. Mark Curry, a former artist on Diddy's Bad Boy Records label, has alleged that the mogul engaged in some deeply troubling behavior. In one clip shared by 50 Cent, Curry claims that Diddy would spike drinks at parties, a chilling accusation that adds to the growing list of concerns. And then there's the resurfaced footage of Aaron Carter, who, according to 50 Cent, had his own unsettling experiences with Diddy. While the exact nature of those experiences remains unclear, the fact that Carter's name keeps coming up in this context is enough to raise eyebrows. And let's not forget the whispers about Diddy's connections to other high-profile figures in Hollywood. There's been talk that some of the industry's biggest names may have been complicit, either by turning a blind eye or actively helping to cover up questionable behavior. Some sources even claim that powerful executives and celebrities were regulars at his infamous gatherings, with their silence ensuring Diddy's continued reign. If this documentary digs into those connections, it could send shockwaves far beyond the music world, exposing a network of influence and secrecy that's been protected for years.
Right now, Davis is fighting for bail ahead of his trial, which he has pleaded not guilty.
All of this paints a picture of a man who's not just facing legal trouble, but a full-blown public reckoning. And while Diddy has denied all allegations against him, the court of public opinion is another story. The whispers have turned into a roar, and with 50 Cent's documentary on the horizon, it's only going to get louder.
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment, as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
So where does this leave us? On one hand, you have Diddy, a man who's built an empire and maintained his status as one of the most powerful figures in music for decades. On the other, you have 50 Cent, a relentless force determined to pull back the curtain on what he sees as a toxic culture of exploitation and abuse. And in the middle of it all are people like Aaron Carter, whose stories may finally get the attention they deserve.
Public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
The question now is, what will this documentary reveal? Will it be the final nail in the coffin for Diddy's reputation, or will it raise even more questions about the entertainment industry as a whole? One thing's for sure, this is just the beginning of what promises to be a long, complicated, and deeply unsettling saga. And as more details come to light, the public will be watching, waiting, and demanding answers. Because in a world where power often goes unchecked, it's stories like these that remind us why the truth matters.
I think it's to be expected, just the shock of this and the questions about what is ahead of us. I mean, how long is he going to be in custody? Is this an R. Kelly situation? Is he going to not get out for a number of years? Is he going to end up serving a long-term prison sentence from this? Or does he have a chance of beating these charges at a trial that could come?
As Aaron Carter's story continues to unfold, we can't help but wonder, could there be more to his passing than meets the eye? And if so, who might be pulling the strings behind the scenes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Diddy's alleged connections play a bigger role in this mystery? And what about 50 Cent's upcoming documentary? Will it finally blow the lid off the entertainment industry's dark secrets? Let us know what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more revealing insights into the world of celebrity gossip. Until next time, stay curious,